Hello, hello. How are we doing? I could be doing better. Um, but much better than yesterday. Uh, oh God, I was awful yesterday. But here we are. Um, oh, what the um, there we are. I had stuff hidden. My bad. Yeah, let's get right back into the MSQ because I haven't done that in a few weeks. So, mostly due to, personal shit, but uh what what wind brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Othard's shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then, then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. Take you to the captain, Rasha. Just like that? An audience with their leader? How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. And this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. uh, what the fuck? Oh, ether. Sneaky. Uh, okay. I assume that means I'll get to it later. I assume that means the story will take me there. A whole ass kilometer. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh, gods, I've probably broken a half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm gonna stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found in the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I do not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Asari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Hey, Una. I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Yosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince him to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we are of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We've done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Bunkai? Holy fuck, Bleach reference. Now Washiro. Hmm? Taking an interest in the ship? Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time, she was a beauty. Confederacy flavors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like the Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, what with those imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about you can't change, eh? Hmm. Oh, we got here. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Okay. And that is useful how? The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. I see. Had a good look around, and we just need to wait for Lise. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said, they had no intention of standing up to Yatsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I think this situation is coming to a head. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. And deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. What better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. Hmm. So what's... Um... Thank you for the follow. I should probably turn that down in Streamlabs. Ardbert Journey. Something tells me you're named after a certain warrior. Oh shit, if this'll open. Here we go. Computer's just being slow. Let's... thought I was already logged into Streamlabs, but guess not. That is quite loud. Well, the volume slider in Streamlabs didn't fucking change anything. Maybe it's because I do have my master volume pretty high. That should be good. Still loud, but not like I'm going to blow my eardrums out. Anyways, sorry about the distraction. Welcome, Ardbert. I need to go up this way. Based. I haven't really interacted much with Ardbert, but from what I've seen in the story so far of him, he's pretty cool. He and the rest of the warriors. Coming, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen, Mel, I have a task for you. Go first to Aokumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. You mentioned Blink. What's your favorite version? How pitiful the lot of this Doman, unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raise a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one ship returned whence he came. Nice. I don't visit Limsa very often, mostly because of the frame rate dips. Let's not start another one. You know, I like my games running higher than 15 frames a second. Yes. I... So I'm a veteran Final Fantasy fan, but I've not been huge on MMOs. So this is my first run through of 14. I ran over his foot. Ugh. Why does it shift and shudder still? Medicines? Give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Understandable. Um, as a non-MMO player, like they can be pretty hard to get into in general. But I feel like this is probably one of the easier MMOs to just pick up. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the waters, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. Captain 2 was once of Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you two will renounce your ties and join us someday? I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tansui unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, um, it is definitely among the easier, MMOs for people to just hop into. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you were courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a Gyuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those, which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in Gyuki tails, you know. I did say you would need be a courageous sort, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns his child. What's your, favorite Final Fantasy, then? Kind of a basic answer for me, but I grew up on the, uh, PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, so, kind of a three-way tie between 7, 8, and 9 for me. 10 and, 10 and 13 are also, like, up there. Well, yeah, I would say so. I mean, I would probably be on the younger, because I'm turning 25 Thursday, actually. But yes, I grew up on the PlayStation and PS2. Yeah, I mean, those were definitely good consoles. My first Nintendo console was probably the Wii. I didn't have my own GameCube. I had one of my friends had a GameCube, but my first Nintendo console was a Wii. Well, first home console. My first actual Nintendo console in general was uh, a Game Boy Advance. You've been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Gyoki corpse? I say I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. A pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gyuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Yuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. NES and Super Nintendo from Japan. Ah, dude, that's cool. Uh, oh, how did I not see that marker? I, I was looking at my mini map and I was like, okay, where to next? It's right there. You there? I, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an Aura? A, re- a new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokura. He is late in returning. You don't like 7? Ah. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding. Reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better than better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Those are good. Um, the well, for me, the entire 13 trilogy is special. Um, 12, honestly, 12 never hit hard for me. Do I keep with that? It should have gone away. Weird that the destination markers aren't going away. Yeah. That's mainly... Yeah, Vaughn was not great at all. Well, uh, yeah. It's not great when your main character is not the main character. I can understand there can be multiple main characters. Uh, who who are you? You do not look like a woman of the Confederacy. Forgive me. 'Twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it. For the sea's our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters, and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokuro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. I am from Oklahoma. Good ol' US of A. I do play on European servers, though, mainly because I have a lot of overseas friends. Which is why it says Brighton up there as well. It's just easier to have a character on an overseas server. So, what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time you've stayed watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Speaking of... Nice. I like those. What? What was that mount? You've been busy, haven't you? Now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Now that you mention it, lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to kill the thieving bastards regularly. So it happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of these rotten fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Sun-ripened chum. I bet that smells wonderful. God damn, this thing's tanky. Where's... Oh. Kind of an odd spot. I would think it would have been further out in the water, but... Search for the industrious pirate. Interesting, description. Oh. Sharp shell of the red. Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when you fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn. Before the Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked us if we were Doman. They're Yatsu's catchers, I know it. First Isari, and now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Alrighty. Nope. Ah, there you are, Yuna. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I am told. I should like to think that we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates. Surely Yatsu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least, I should like to think that he cannot.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
I get
How
my
convenient that recent events should lend such
water.
credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
Hello. How you doing? You like,
So that's it then. You're just going to
Itzy?
abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I'm doing better than I was yesterday. I was bedridden yesterday, but I'm doing fine today.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is.
I know, like, this specific voice line is supposed to be a whisper, but I feel like Alice's voice lines throughout all of this specific part of the MSQ have been, like, it feels like she was recording while also trying not to be too loud, if that makes sense. Like, she's like, okay, I've got these voice lines, but the soundproofing in the recording booth is bad, so I need to keep it down. E-
The question being, do you trust me?
Does that make sense? Do you even need to ask?
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice.
Roll the dice. This
If it's a
is.
sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once
Much
we have
needed
rescued our
stretch.
comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole.
I slept horrible. My entire upper back is, like, killing me.
You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Well, see, I'm the fucking warrior of light, so
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on her own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
no. See, words are. If we're going by, like, spoken word, then words are sound waves, not air. There's a distinct difference. Uh. Which gloves do I want? I kind of like the fingerless gloves. I kind of like the steel mail. So, alone you will do with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the red. Those who belong to the blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the blue on the Isle of Becco. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting overlong for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her. There you are. Una, what is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father have had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Or could I have said anything? We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Girabania, I was in Limsa visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I'd always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when all this is over. Una, too, and I won't take no for an answer. All right. Sure. What about Y'shtola? We'd never hear the end of it. Oh, does she love tarts? Alright, alright. Y'shtola too, once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. Ooh. Doesn't look like there's a... Doesn't look like there's a ferry, so... Let's get to swimming. I wish we had water mounts. Well, thanks for stopping by. You have a good day too. I'll try to be more active in your Discord server, but yeah, thanks for saying hi. Yeah, no, I'm more active on my personal Discord account, but I need to be more active on my streamer account. But I think this is the Isle of Becco, though, to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands are around here. Rasha said there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. Okay. Can I not get there from out here? Doesn't look like it. Damn. It's probably why it showed them going this way. Oh, there's Lise.
Is that light I see up ahead?
I mean, there's been lights littering the cave. Ooh, that's a oh my god. This is gorgeous.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12, I think we're on the seabed.
Holy wow.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voice.
Oh, sorry, Sorabon.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
Awesome. How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Sorben about our situation. If anyone here can help us, it's him. So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Boon-chin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. Is it Boon-chin or Bun-chin? Because I can see it going either way. God, this is gorgeous, though. What the fuck? It's beautiful. I kind of want to go back there. But alright, if it's not gonna let me go back there.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
In his negotiations. I love his voice. Oh.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
Oh,
From
please.
far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it.
Drunken Fireplace says AI viewers. No. I don't want a shrunken fireplace. If I'm gonna have a fireplace, I want a big fireplace. Not a shrunken one. Fuck off.
All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite.
Why does that big purple hanging thing, why does it look like two pairs of, well, balls?
We Korjin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our red brothers live by the sword, we blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Nevertheless, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the red falls unjustly upon the blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
This cannot continue. This cannot continue. Ah, man. The near automata brain rot.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soroban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
I do like his Kabuto, though.
Well,
Uh,
no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
yeah. 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 Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search for a priceless treasure, the Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, the most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos, the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. So you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, drowning. You're not. There's a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and freshly harvested unkyu carapace. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Leaves can look for the coral. Yuna, would you go and find an unkyu and relieve it of its carapace? Yeah, sure. I guess. Mender. Do I need anything mended? Ah, we're good. Oh. I wish there were more, like, boat mounts. That would be sick. Did, okay. Oh, I didn't slay the right MSQ. Well. It wasn't in the search radius, so it doesn't count. Uh... Is it not dropping? There we go. Don't quite want to jump that. Then again, that does drop into water, but still, that's quite a fall. Well, have you the MSQ carapace? How splendid they are. The Kami shall be most pleased, I am sure. I got it. I got the ruby coral you wanted. And the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though I realize now you may have meant yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Haha. Surely you realize we've been searching this whole time? The area we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already have we scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The Shellas of Sui no Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The rain have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. We were getting ahead of ourselves. We've yet to carry out the ritual. Hello? And? Oh. Are you really gonna make me choose between these? Hold on. Okay, I do have the high steel gun blade. Do I not have the... I guess I'll take... Hold on. Take the war coin, I think. Yeah. Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Then let us go to then let us go to western part of the village, where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual. He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends. Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths, receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Cool.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the
Water
depths,
breathing.
it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
So, are we getting a submarine? Or we're just gonna dive? Okay. It's beautiful, though. I've been playing a lot of Subnautica, too, as of late.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Are we gonna get seahorses? Or mantas?
Wow, look at them! I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kaseksu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
So we do we get a...
We'll find that treasure in no time, come on!
Do we get a flying version of this, or is this like a temporary mount? Like the ones you do for the society quests. Because it would be kind of cool to get like a flying manta. It may now dive into deep water and stay submerged indefinitely. Underwater settlements like Tamamizu and Suinosatu can be accessed via circular portals. To leave deep water, you need only swim towards the surface. Conversely, to dive deep into deep water while swimming on the surface, press B. Should become separated from your steed, speak with Soroban in Tamamizu to mount a striped ray. Got it. Oh, all my flying mounts. So do I need to have flight unlocked? this is beautiful, though. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of Subnautica 2 as of late. This is definitely, like, way more peaceful and calm, but this must be Suino Sato, the rain village Sorobon told us about. Right then, let's see if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel. Knuckles, I don't need. Work? Work this. I do have a lot of ninja arms, so I might take the fork. Fork found in quest rewards. If this is Suino Sato, then Shiosai, the overseer, should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals will be able to point us in his direction. Though, now that I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here. Mm-mm. Yeah, well, we all seem kinda... standoffish. It's beautiful, though. I will say. Wanted to see what Alice was up to, but... So, this is our man? Leave this place and never return. We have no need of wide-eyed wanderers. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, Yuna and Alice. We're looking for the overseer of Suino Sato, Chiosai. That's you, isn't it? The Kojin of the Blue sent you hither, did they? I am no overseer, nor ever would I claim to be one. I am High Priest of Shisui of the Violet Tides, Chiosai. So you are the man we're looking for. Great, we need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasakani no... Stop. I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. Quiet, Isobe, or there will be no dongo for dinner. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return. At the very least, sir, you might condescend to tell us of your village and of why you are so loath to show us even the most basic courtesy. Suino Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui, we reign, enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives. But it was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war. Excuse me. And here they flourished. All that we are, culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was, when Doma first fell 25 years past. The Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that would take no part. As it was, so ever shall it be. Forever and ever apart. Forgive me. I understand now how highly you value your way of life and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not. But this changes nothing. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Suino Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir. Well, that was lovely. And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Garabanya is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Gosetsu couldn't have known we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive. Meanwhile, in the Tavern of Asari.
I tire of this filthy tavern, and it's still filthier clientele.
Tis scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer.
Oh, name-calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
Orphan of the Nayuri. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
Not enough. Not nearly enough.
Do I hold my tongue here? Gods, I wish thou were me.
My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable.
No, no, I do not want to skip this. I do not want to skip this.
Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you.
Oh. Oh.
But you are made of sterner stuff. Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head. Oh, poor Lord Cayenne. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. For a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death? Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it. Oh yes, I heard the stories. About the samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, that he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
I'm really...
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
I'm really trying not to get distracted.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Dorma's missing heir. Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
Get on with it, and mark me, brute. There is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Ah! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make her pay.
Is the little shite in question me? Well, that was fun. I'll take that then. We seem to have reached an impasse. And to make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you, Yuna? I mean, Sorbonne was the one who sent us here. Right. You were the ones who came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time. Mine apologies. I did not mean to startle you. My name is Ihanami, and this is my wife, Unagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we should like very much to hear it. May I ask why? If you must. Our daughter fought in the rebellion. We have heard naught from her since. Would be. I was about to say, the lady does look like Yugiri. It would be too much to hope that you know of her, but her name is Yugiri. May be praised. She lives. She lives. We're looking for her too, actually, but I'm sure she is all right. We had no idea she hailed from Sui no Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi? It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village, having grown curious about the outside world. To Doma they went, where they met a young boy, a proud son of Yansha. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of Doman's plight and urged us to take the boy in. But my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later, to learn the way of the shinobi. When the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yugiri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do. And so our daughter, who wanted only to keep her people safe. Surely there's something we can do for these people? They who gave her aid and succor when no other would. I am but a humble stonemason, but if it is the Yasakani no Magatama you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye, it is as jade, but when bathed in a particular light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin your search there. Thank you so much. You will do just that. I hope you find that which you seek. I only wish there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her. We will. I promise. Ah, that's so sweet. Oh, do I? Oh, is that a purple quest? It is. You give an etherite. Or not etherite, ether current. You do. Ooh, I like those rings. You are a woman from above? I am Kurenai, sister to the Ruby Princess, the ruler of these seas. Your bearing bespeaks a strength and courage few possess. I've been waiting for one such as yourself to arrive. Though not many know it, the Ruby Princess's life currently hangs in the balance. A few days ago, a man cloaked in black visited Shisui of the Violet Tides. He claimed he had come to bestow a blessing of holy protection upon the palace. The incantation he muttered instead drew forth a terrible spirit which took possession of my sister's body. Not long after, similar wraiths of the void began to surge forth, overtaking the palace and stealing the souls of her nearby guards. Shiosai immediately evacuated everyone and has since barred people from entering or leaving the palace. Officially, the Ruby Princess is conducting a private ceremony. None but Shiosai and I know the truth. We've placed a seal over Shisui of the Violet Tides to prevent any of the wraiths within from escaping. However, it will not hold for much longer. Shiosai grows more convinced by the hour that we must destroy the dome and everyone within it, including my sister. I beseech you, woman of the land, lend unto me your might. I will see that she is kept from any danger. I must meet with him to ensure he does not act prematurely and do something we will all regret. I should have checked, the other place to see if there were any purple quests. And you are? Chirp, chirp. Lady Kurenai, what brings you here? What? My lady, you of all people must realize how incredibly dangerous it was of you to entrust another with our secrets, much less a newcomer whose intentions we know not of. What other choice did I have? When the seal breaks, we'll be forced to drown the palace and all souls within. Would you sooner have me sacrifice my sister and my people than turning to outside help? And do you think that this woman has some hidden power capable of delivering Suino Sate from untold disaster? I realize it is not in your nature to ask for assistance, but like it or not, there is little else we can do. No outcome could be worse than losing the Ruby Princess. Even you must realize we only stand to gain by requesting this woman's aid. You have the right of it. Very well. I will give your friend until the next high tide to rescue the princess. If she fails, however, I will destroy the dome and atone for the deed with my life. Remember, my lady, should it come to this, you shall be the one to inherit the throne. Here, take this scroll. It will permit you to pass into Shisa with the Violet Tides. I presume you are aware of where it is located. Not to worry, I shall show her there. The palace lies just beyond the turquoise trench. Before we leave, however, there's one last thing I must share with you. I was not entirely truthful in everything I have told you. It is nothing that affects our current predicament, but it is nevertheless a lie I meant to set straight. Once this is all over, forgive me. If it was something I could tell you now, I would. Hello? was weird. My controller locked up and the camera just was spinning. Before we do anything, I need to pee. I didn't even notice my guild count. Until I, got back and got sat down and shit. Look at that, 4-inch. Well, first three numbers are not important, but 666. Evil. Evil number. So, all my mounts work? Oh, underwater plane. Oh, 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 oh. Do I have it set to? Oh, I don't. Who do I want to? Why do I have return on this? Hell yeah. Too far above. If this wreck is the self-same vessel of which Sorbonne spoke, then if the gods are good, the Makatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, Yuna. We're going to need to take this slowly. Move too fast and we risk overlooking something. Hmm. Oh, nope, nope. Okay. Getting closer. Wrong menu. Wrong menu again. Just a little closer. Dude, why do I keep... Ah, oh, shit. Okay. Oh. Oh. Dude, this is giving me flashbacks to Chocobo Hot and Cold. Can't help but wonder if that influenced this. What? What do you mean not yet? Ruh. Yes! Okay, so the radius of the lamp was much bigger than I was giving it credit for. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quicker. Yosetsu will have died of old age by the time we finish. You haven't found anything, have you, Yuna? This is it. The Yasakani no Makatama, exactly as Sorban described. It would seem that our fortunes have finally changed for the better. Oh, the planisphere, the rapier. I do have a lot more planispheres than rapiers. But just I would like to return and thank you, Gary's parents, for their assistance. Time is of the essence. I say we make for Tamamizu at once. Hold on to it for now, Yuna. Once we arrive, present it to the Elder, and then we can finally learn how to deal with the Red Kojin. Yeah, I'll meet you there. I got some other shit I need to handle. I want to fully surface. Because then I'll get rid of my flying. a cruise chaser. Okay. Down here. We should probably just. Oh. Oh, we're going deep down. Deep down dark. Ooh. This is sick. This is cool. Oh, dude, we're like, oh, still going? What the fuck? Would it actually be faster to, oh, no, it wouldn't. I thought because it was a flying mount. Actually, I wanna write Gabriel. I thought since it was a flying mount, the dismounting would immediately drop me. I don't know why I thought that. These are the gates to the palace. Inside are the Ruby Princess and her guards. Thank you, Yuna. Though we might not show it, Shiosai is secretly very grateful to you too. The thought of having to kill the Ruby Princess, however indirectly, has been tormenting him. Now there is not much time left. Let us make our way in. You have the scroll of entry, correct? Remember, you will be unable to pass through the gates without it. Yeah, I figured this was a duty. Oh, can I do this with NPC? Ah, hell yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous. This whole thing is under a massive bubble. I can use this. Oh. Come on, let's get everybody while we're at it. Oh. Oh, I thought that... okay. I see. Come on, get over here. Ow. I was about to ask earlier, like, what level sync am I at? But level 64. I'm kind of glad I'm as over leveled as I am at this point. I don't know. It makes it slightly less, annoying, I guess. Oh, that was kind of a waste. That's fine. I can just do that. Easy. Okay, this is a pretty straightforward boss. I like it. Did it. Bit overkill, but bit overkill using that on him, but just whatever. Oh, my foot puts asleep. Oh, let me get. Okay. Okay, a little more stressful with the cannonballs or fireballs being hurled at us, but anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Ah, fuck. Can we? Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. The Ruby Princess design, though. Fuck hard with it. Okay, I see. Uh... Mm-hmm. Interesting. Odd, but ow. Oh. Oh. Well... Okay. Excuse me. Hell yeah. So are these guys... Oh, they're... So they're not... harmless? But once you, like, trigger them, they're... They're gone. I see. How much longer? I can go for a couple more hours. Just tired, you know? But... Any coffers? Nope. There's a coffer. Why is the Kraken bald? Why is it a bald Kraken? Oh, a lot of pufferfish coming out here. Oh, don't lock onto that. Damn. Oh. Okay. Ow. Music is cool. I fuck with it hard. Ow. Oh, no, I don't want to use it just yet. I want to see if I can build up to, Limit Break 2. Will I be able to, though? I don't know. Oh, I should. Hell yeah. Did it. Oh. Why the fuck is that there? I don't know, but I know not how to thank you. You saved them, Yuna. You saved all of them, even the Ruby Princess. While she is unharmed, she is currently unconscious. Shiosai has carried her to Suino Sato, where she might rest undisturbed. It looks as though it will be a while before she wakes. Before we speak any further, however, let us return to the village. We were so deep. It's crazy. I love it though, because again, I keep talking about it, but Subnautica 2, so good actually. Oh, it got dark quick. Oh. What? Oh, okay. So that's the little indicator that you're about to surface. I see. It's cool though. Oh, there you are. Please allow me to once again thank you for your help. You may be happy to hear that the palace guards are all slowly beginning to return to their senses. It seems peace has finally been restored to the palace. You have saved everyone, including Shiosai, from an untimely death. If only the Ruby Princess would open her eyes, Suino Sate will be exactly as it was before. I suppose we must simply be grateful for how well things turned out. Now that the worst of the storm has passed and the tides have begun to calm, it is time that I came clean. The hour of truth is upon us, yet I am just unsure of where to begin. The Ruby Princess who quietly slumbers on, she... perhaps this will be easier to explain if you could look upon her as I speak. Please follow me. Hey, look it. Dude. I hit the funny meme number. The funnier meme number. The sex number. Shiosai will be bringing her out shortly. He should be but a few moments longer. Oh, Hisui, why? Why do you refuse to open your eyes? Yuna, there's something you must know. I am not the Ruby Princess's younger sister. In fact, she has no sister. I am the Ruby Princess, ruler of Suino Sato. Okay. Lumber girl before you goes by the name of Hisui, and is my dearest friend. We have known one another since childhood. Your Grace, I am entirely to blame. Had I been more prepared, more aware, Lady Hisui would not be in this sorry state. You see, a few days ago we received visitors from the outside. They'd come to perform a court ritual. To protect the Ruby Princess from any potential dangers, we decided to conceal her true identity. I had her lady-in-waiting, Hisui, take her place. As she and Her Highness bear a great resemblance to each other, something owing to the fact that they are distant blood relatives, I was confident no one would notice the switch. I see. I was right. That is why, when proceedings commenced, it was Lady Hisui who became possessed by the terrible fiend they summoned, and now, well, you can see for yourself what has become of her. To mitigate such disaster, severe restrictions on who can enter and exit Shisui of the Violet Tides have always been in place. In fact, even the Ruby Princess is forbidden by law to leave its gates. When wraith after wraith began appearing, however, I was left with little choice. I whisked Her Highness away to the village and had her pretend to be the Ruby Princess's sister, Kurenai. Kurenai. That was the name I had before my mother passed away, and I assumed the title of Ruby Princess. It was also the name Hisui would call me by growing up. For as far back as I can remember, she was there for me, from the best of times to the worst of times. All the laughter and tears we shared. Hisui, is this truly where it ends? Forgive me, Your Grace. This is my fault. If only there was a way I could go back and prevent all this. Shio sighed, there is nothing to forgive. None of us could have predicted this would happen. You are no more to blame for what has happened than I am. Yuna, now you know everything. I hope you do not think any less of me for my lie. Not really. I mean... Now that everything here has been settled, I shall be departing from Suino Sato. The cure to Hisui's condition can only be found above. I know this because, as Ruby Princess, it was my duty to study all the available writings at the palace. Very well, Your Grace. Where would you have us go? No, Shiosai. I shall be embarking upon this quest on my own. You will be staying here. The people need you to protect them in my absence. Her Grace has made it clear she would have me remain behind. Mistress Yuna, might you accompany her in my stead? While Lady Hisui's body remains, her soul has long departed. I fear that no amount of rest or magics can cure her. I can only hope that in traveling with you, it will make it easier for Her Grace to come to terms with the tragic fate of her friend. Until such a time she must face this truth, however, I ask, nay, I beg, that you keep her safe. You are offering to accompany me on my travels. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you. KOTR? What? Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, no. It would be KOTOR. Not KOTR. KOTOR. I shall give you some time to prepare before leaving Suino Sato. Just come find me as soon as you're ready to go. Do I want to keep going with this? I kinda do. I kinda do. You're ready to depart? Excellent. Let us make for Onokoro. I believe we will be best served by beginning our search there. You see, while we have next to no contact with the outside world, we do receive the occasional visit from the Kojin of the Blue. During one such visit, I was given a tome filled with fairy tales. It was old, worn, and, from what I am given to understand, written in Kugane. In it was a story about a fisherman who sailed the Ruby Sea. While traveling, he came across a princess who had fallen into a years-long slumber. She was eventually awakened upon taking an elixir of some sort. What intrigues me, however, is the fact that many of the places this fisherman visited existed in the real world. It makes me wonder if perhaps this story is rooted in reality. The tale begins in Onokoro. I trust you will escort me there. Thank you. Now let us depart without any further ado. Oh, another purple quest. Your clothes, your manner. You must be a woman of Eorzea. Do you know of the East Aldenar Trading Company, then? I hear they're a fairly prosperous vendor where you are from. Your acquaintances with the Kugane branch office owner? Oh, the chief's been searching high and low for a well-connected woman such as yourself. Oh, but before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. I am Hansaku, and you would be Yuna Sokolov. Yuna should be easy enough to remember. Now, Yuna, do me a favor and meet with the chief, would you? Ever since those damned Garleans strengthened their grip on Hingashi, our contacts in Kugane have quit trading with us. We could really use your help in establishing a new business partner. Please, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate. You see, I only just joined the Confederacy. Life has been hard, really hard, for me lately. And if things were to fall apart here, I have nowhere to go. To the west of this place is a tiny lodge. Chief should be there. Unfortunately, I cannot leave my post to show you there, but I trust you'll find it easily enough. I'm counting on you, Yuna. Oh, I am getting quite distracted, but so this is Onokoro. It's a lovely place. The people here are incredibly warm. Take this gentleman, for example. As soon as I set foot on the island, he offered to take me on a tour. Hmm? What are you looking at? Get lost. Get lost? Why don't you get lost? Wait a minute. I know you. My comrades talk about you all the time. My apologies, madam. I was only just joking with you, of course. One can never have enough rich or powerful friends. That is why I approached your young charge. Figured if I helped her now, she'd someday return the favor should I ever need it. So, what brings you to our island? Yeah, sure, bud. That's what you wanted. We're looking to learn more about a fairy tale. I know nothing of fairies or tales, but mayhap I can direct you to someone who does. One second. Okay. There's a fisherman who visits us once a year to hunt for treasure. Some of the men here say he is as old as the seas themselves. I reckon he, of anyone, would be able to tell you your story. Luckily for you, he just arrived the other day. Should be able to find him at Quickscape Pier. Thank you for your assistance, sir. We'll go speak with him right now. Not to worry, little lady. Just be sure to remember my name and pay me back when the time comes. Did the kind gentleman ever give us his name? That name, I'm afraid I will be unable to send him payment for his help. It's terribly unfortunate, but there's little that can be done. Now let's promptly make for Quickscape Pier. We do not want to miss the fishermen. Yeah, give me a moment. I'll... Gentlemen, since you refuse to pay the ruby tithe with coin, shall instead be paying with your blood. I believe an arm each will suffice. Oh, wait. We're with the East Aldenar Trading Company. I suggest you think twice about this. When word of this gets back, you'll be the ones to pay. Oh? You should have said so sooner. Suzume, see that our distinguished guests are escorted to our best room in the dungeons. I shall go and sharpen my knives. You heard the man. Get up and start walking. I trust you stuck around this long because there's something you wish to discuss with me. Make it quick. As you can see, I am a very busy man. So at last we are joined by someone actually associated with the East Aldenar Trading Company. Excellent. The Kami have thrown us a lifeline, sir. That said, what was the fool thinking? Hansaku should have had the courtesy to accompany our honored guest here. Please allow me to apologize on his behalf, Mistress... Yuna. It seems the ill manners of our subordinate have begun to rub off on us. We have not yet introduced ourselves. I am Tsukikage, and this is my right hand, Suzume. While it seems Hansaku has touched upon the gist of our troubles, please allow me to fill you in on the details. As you know, all boats seeking safe passage through the Ruby Sea must pay our levy, the Ruby Tithe. Give us more than we ask, and we might even provide you with men to guide your ship through especially difficult waters. For as far back as anyone can remember, this system has been in place, enduring even after Doma was occupied by the Imperials. While the Empire has always shown little interest in our activities with Yatsuyu's rise to power, that has changed. The Royal Viceroy has banned the merchants of Kugane from bartering with us or paying our tolls. With those Bakufu dogs backing her, everyone is far too terrified to disobey. Many outside the port city are also looking to use the current state of affairs to avoid paying their dues, like the two we just took into custody. While we have confiscated their goods without our contacting Kugane to purchase them, they are of little value to us. Thus we look to Othard. If we were able to establish a trade agreement with their biggest vendor, our worries would be over. It is, however, something we cannot accomplish alone. I would look to you for help. Now, I am quite certain the men on the ship we seized are lying about their affiliation. Suzume, show her. This flag and the items we found aboard the vessel do not appear to belong to the East Aldenar Trading Company. We must, however, be certain. We cannot risk raising the ire of a potential trading partner by attempting to sell them their own goods. Please take the flag in Suzume's inventory list to one of your contacts at their Kugane branch and inquire as to whether any of it is from one of their ships. Okay, I thought they were gonna just like straight up ask me to say, hey, do you know what this is? Okay, so it's not you? Oh. Mr. Sokolov, what a pleasure it is to see you. How might I be of service to you today? You would like to know if this flag or any of the items listed here came from one of our ships? I'm afraid I cannot help you there. Kikimo, however, might be able to tell you. She is in charge of inventory and is currently stocking our ships at Pier 1. And who might you be? Mr. Sokolov, I've heard a great deal about you. Very well, I shall take a look at your flag and list. None of these items are even remotely familiar. It is as you suspected. You have been lied to. 'Tis a shame you were the one to ask. Had it been anyone else, it would have been an easy thing to claim the ship and its goods as their own. Many of the items listed here are worth their weight in gold, and then some. Those men could have easily paid the tithe several times over. Such luxurious items can be rather hard to come by, so do let me know if your friends are looking to sell any of this. We would be more than happy to find a buyer for them. Oh. Mistress Una, you were returned. Very good. Now if you would be so kind as to give the flag and list back to me. It was as we suspected then. In light of Mistress Kikimo's proposal, however, not even their evident guilt can sour my mood. Indeed. This is fantastic news, sir. It is everything we had hoped for and more. While certainly promising, we are not yet out of the woods. Mistress Una, I trust we can rely on your continued support. I have a feeling we will be needing it. You're not a purple quest, so... Hello there. So, is there something you need? The Tale of the Fisherman and the Ruby Sea. Ah, yes, indeed. It's been a long time since I heard that one. I believe it was my great-grandfather who told me. Or perhaps my great-great-grandfather. Or perhaps my... That's all well and good, sir, but if you could just please tell us the story. Ah, yes. My apologies. Let us see if I can remember how it went. Oh, I very much hope you have not forgotten it. You might never know the whole tale if you have. The time I received this, the child was so tattered I could only read bits and pieces of the story. I recall now. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman on the island of Onokuro who saved a Kojin of the Blue from the maws of terrible beast. As thanks, the Kojin offered him a vial of liquid, and taking it would allow the fisherman to plunge into the far depths of the ocean without drowning. It was there that their journey together began. They visited temples, palaces, and villages under the sea. They met all manner of men, women, and creatures, including a beautiful princess who had fallen into a deep, deep slumber. According to her people, she had been like that for years. Hearing this, the Kojin pulled out another vial containing an ancient Tamamiza potion, which had been passed down to him from his great-grandfather. Or perhaps his great-great-grandfather. To continue with this story, upon being given the mixture, the princess was instantly awakened. The moment their eyes met, she and the fisherman fell in love. They were immediately wed in a palace at the bottom of the sea where they lived happily ever after. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to recount that regaling tale. It was truly enlightening. From what we heard, I can only assume the story took place at Shisui of the Violet Tides. Perhaps we should return to Sui no Sato and see if we cannot dig up any mention of this incident. Again, thank you very much, sir. You are a man of great wisdom. Ah. I want to check, actually. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. There's only one more purple quest, it looks like. And then after that, it seems they are wild ether currents. Wait, can I... Oh, this is so stupid. While I know little of what life is like on the surface, it seems to be a lovely place. The people are incredibly kind. I grew up listening to stories of how pirates would slit your throat the first chance they got, but those on Onokuro seemed rather cordial. Though perhaps I have your presence, in part, to thank for that. Shiosai shall be joining us shortly. Most stories in Sui no Sato are passed down orally. She'd be able to tell us if any of our own stories match the tale the fisherman recounted for us. A tale in which a Hurrian fisherman and a princess were brought together by a Kojin and wed in a palace under a sea. Sounds almost as if this is a story about Shisui of the Violet Tides. Though the part about the Ruby Princess marrying a hero might be something of an embellishment. To the contrary, Your Grace. I believe generations back, a Ruby Princess and a Huron man were once joined in holy matrimony. The son they bore was said to have had almost no scales. Until now, I had considered it to be merely a tall tale spun by the elders for their grandchildren. Yet, it is possible that the story is true. Then, there's a chance that the remedy also exists. It is not impossible. Your Grace, I must apologize to you. If I were being completely honest, I thought all hope for Lady Hisui's recovery was lost. What you tell me, however, has revived my hope. You are a born leader. Through your actions, you have reversed all our fates. That is incredibly kind of you to say, but without this wonderful lady beside me, we would never have come so far. Indeed. Mr. Sokolov, please accept my deepest thanks. So long as you are here, I can rest knowing that Her Grace and our village will remain safe. Now, Your Grace, I suppose you are about to announce your intention to travel to where the Kojin of the Blue reside in search of this miracle cure. I wish you safe travels. Oh. The stomach's kinda need to eat soon. Yuna, at long last, I can see the light. Hisui might finally be saved. Let's at least get this started. Yuna, are you ready to go? Good, then let us immediately set out for Tamamisu. While Sui no Sato has, for the most part, isolated itself from the rest of the world, we have had some little contact with the Kojin of the Blue. This, however, will be my first time visiting their village. You have been there before? Excellent, then you should be able to show me around. So cool getting to fucking deep sea exploration. I know that made like zero grammatical sense, but fuck you. Tamamisu. it is not so different to that of our own village. Now, where should we begin our search for this ancient Kojin remedy? Some of our acquaintances. Well, I've met some Kojin during their stay in our village. I'm afraid I cannot recall who any of them are. Ah, but wait, perhaps I spoke too soon. The merchant who gave me the tome. If I am not mistaken, he goes by the name of Inbon. Let us go search him out. It has been many years, so this is difficult to be absolutely sure, but I think this is Master Inbon, the merchant I told you about. Inbon? That is my name. We know each other from somewhere. Is name Kurenai ring a bell? Kurenai? Yes, I remember now. You were the little girl from the palace. People grow so fast, they do. You've changed so much, I scarcely recognized you. Master Inbond, I am glad to see you have not forgotten me. We have sought you out today to ask you something regarding the book of fairy tales you gave me long ago. Ha ha, I remember that one. What would you like to know? You are looking to find a cure for your sleeping friend? A most noble cause indeed. I am an avid collector of ancient tomes, and one of them is the exact remedy you speak of, an elixir that can wake those who have fallen into a deep slumber. Truly? Then might you share with me the recipe so I can recreate it? Recipes should be easy to find. The necessary ingredients, on the other hand, not so much. What do you mean? To make this potion requires the shell of a bloated umemi, a giant umemi that has had over 100 years to mature. Decades have passed since one of those was last spotted. Your only hope now would be to capture a umemi larva and wait 100 years for it to grow potent enough to make your cure. No, that cannot be. We will find a bloated umemi. You are absolutely right. Just because none have been spotted in recent times does not mean none exist. If we search hard enough, we are certain to come across one. Perhaps it is as you say. If you were to look hard enough, you will find one. If you are serious about this, I would suggest you begin your search in exile. It was formerly considered a prime hunting ground for these creatures. Help was often used to lure them out of hiding. I shall go and gather some straight away. Good. Gather the most succulent stalks you can find and take them into the cave. If any bloated umemi are present, they will immediately be drawn to you. Or perhaps you should have this woman here take them. You appear to be as strong as our gatekeeper, you do. No doubt you will be able to make quick work of whatever appears. Yuna, I shall meet you at exile in a bit, kelp in hand. Okay. Ooh, I've not gone there. And there's also... yeah. Ah, it is so far away, but I cannot give up just yet. Oh, a visitor. My, your footsteps were so light, I did not hear you approach. I could really use the assistance of one such as one as nimble as yourself. Do you see that sword protruding from that large boulder up there? I must find a way to procure it that I might accomplish my dreams. Like all the others, I want so desperately to explore the surface in search of treasure. To do so, however, I must first prove to the village elders I'm worthy of embarking upon such excursions by retrieving that sword. My comrades have given me advice on how I might reach it, but every time I get close, I lose my footing and end up tumbling into the waters below. Could you, perhaps, do me a favor by demonstrating how I might get there? Come, let us meet up above. I shall observe your lithe movements from there. Whee! Do you spy that large plateau jutting out of the cave wall over there? Can you begin by jumping over to it? So, there? I too can make it to the plateau, but it is from there that things become tricky. Every step must be taken with calculated precision, or you risk, like me, plummeting into the waters below. Almost tempted to just turn off the UI. Ah, so that is how you must do it. I shall give it a try. What? Where? You're still up? Oh, you are. I'm beyond impressed. You are possessed of an incredible grace. It is clear to me now. One must tense all the muscles in their legs, then push off from the rock to gain enough momentum to make it to the next one. Typically how jumping works, yes? You have restored my confidence. Thanks to you, I am one step closer to fulfilling my dream of exploring what the world above has to offer. Cool. Oh. Oh, what's this? I'm I made sure to collect the longest and most luscious stalks of kelp I could find. Here, the hunting grounds Master Inbon mentioned are in the deep recesses of the cave just over there. From what I gathered, the bloated Umemi's great age is what allowed them to accumulate an incredible amount of magic, most of which is concentrated in their shell. We can only hope that, should one be here, it will be tempted out of hiding by that sweet smell of its favorite food. Ew, a naked Umemi. Ugh, gross. Put a shell on. Oh. Ooh. Biggin. Oh, wait. Oh. I didn't mean to activate meditate there, but... You, I don't think I can avoid. You know, Master Inbon grew worried and kindly came to check upon us. Did you have any luck in the cave? Is this what I think it is? You did it, Yuna. You've procured a bloated Umemi shell. Perhaps the very last one in existence, even. So, this is a shell rumored to be capable of curing any ailment. It looks nothing like that of a regular Umemi. That you were able to find one so quickly makes me wonder if the bloated Umemi is not as gone as we think. Mayhap they simply began burrowing deeper into the earth in response to our excessive hunting. I must make up for this grievous miscalculation. Please give me this shell. I shall make the remedy you seek and deliver it to Suino Sato. It may take some time to prepare, but should be well worth the wait. Thank you very much. Now Hisui might finally be saved from eternal slumber. Yuna, once again I am in your debt. Together let us return to Suino Sato that we might share the story of your success with Ishiya-sai. Ugh. after this, I really need to call it quits and get something to eat. Shiosai has been duly informed of all that has happened. When I told him of how you slayed the bloated Yumemi, his eyes went wide and his mouth dropped. Rarely do I ever see him so surprised. And again, he has every right to be. Your efforts have allowed Master Inbon to set upon making a remedy that should, in theory, have been impossible to recreate. Which reminds me, I believe I owe you an apology. You were only to escort me to Tamamisu, but due to my own inability, you were forced to do so. You were forced to do so much more than that. Truly, I do not know what I would have done without you. In addition to saving my people, you have opened up my eyes to the world. Through you, I've come to learn so much. When I finally return to Shisui of the Violet Tides and resume my role as the Ruby Princess, I shall look back fondly upon the memories we created together on this grand adventure. Until such a time that Hisui awakens, however, I shall remain here. I sorely hope that you shall too. Yuna, Master Inbon has yet to arrive with the elixir, but we must not allow ourselves to grow impatient. It will come to us as soon as it is ready. The longer we wait, however, the more I worry about Hisui. Chiyo-sai assures me that she is doing well, and that, thanks to one of her own ancient remedies, her bones and muscles remain strong. Even so, I feel compelled to confirm this with my own eyes. Let us go to her. I went to go for a sip of my peach crush and was crushed to realize that the can was empty. Still got my water, so. I'll toss the can once I call it quits. I'm having her brought from her room. It should not be much longer. Looking upon her, I am reminded of the Ruby Princess from the fairy tale. What causes you to continue sleeping, my friend? Initially, I had feared the void scent that possessed her had driven her soul from her body. Now I suspect Hitsui's spirit has simply gone dormant. It is attempting to recuperate from the trauma it endured. Master Inbon's elixir will likely restore what vitality has been lost. Indeed, that is correct. Master Inbon, I've brought the elixir. In the olden days, we would sprinkle this over the eggs that refused to hatch. It would serve to strengthen the soul of the Kojin within. Sprinkle? You mean to say Hisui does not need to drink this remedy to recover? Drink it? There is no need for that. Oh yeah, all we need to do is pour this over your friend. Here, I made plenty. Zoe, you are awake. Thank the kami, you are finally awake. I'm sorry for everything. Princess, I what are, what are you talking about? Uh, she did memory loss. Interesting. To think that you had to travel so far and overcome so many obstacles to save me. I know not how to thank you. Nay, 'tis I who must thank you. Think nothing of it, princess. As your lady in waiting, it is my duty above all else to ensure that you are protected. Oh, Hisui, truly, I am blessed to have you in my life. So is this gonna end like that one fairy tale did? The girls, they are identical. I cannot for the life of me tell them apart. Indeed, there is a great resemblance. Mistress Sokolov, now that Lady Hisui has awakened, her grace must return to the palace and resume her duties there at once. While I will ask that you say your farewells to her here, I do hope that this is not the last you will see of each other. I have watched her grace blossom into an intelligent and capable young lady under your care. It has made me think that being sequestered in a castle is not the best way to raise our rulers. You have saved us in more ways than I can count, and taught us so much. Suino Sato is forever changed because of you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. So it is here that our grand adventure together draws to a close. I, however, would like to enjoy your company for just a bit longer. Please allow me to escort you to the gates. Oh, the shadows of the fish. That was cool. I shall forever cherish my memories of our travels together. Whenever I look back upon them, they will fill my heart with a serene happiness. You came from afar and braved the depths of the sea, all so that you might rescue a sleeping princess. The story has a familiar ring to it, does it not? Indeed. And just as with the tale of the fisherman, mayhap someone somewhere has recorded our story too. Sadly, this is where I must part ways with you. It is time for me to return to the palace. Farewell, Yuna. Farewell, Suino Sato. Or rather, until next time. With me to take Her Highness's place while she is away, I do not imagine it should be too hard for her to sneak out whenever she pleases. Even Shiosai has difficulty telling us apart. All we need to do is exchange clothes, and no one will be any the wiser. To prove my point, here's a quick test for you. Look very closely. Am I Kurenai? Or am I Hisui? Didn't Kurenai have a slight part in her bangs? I must admit, I am impressed. To think that you could tell the two of us apart, despite the fact that Princess Kurenai and I swapped garb earlier. Well done. Just as you have guessed, I am Hisui. My apologies. I am terribly confused, Your Highness. I am the real Hisui. My dear Hisui, you have sucked all of the fun out of my little trick. Yuna, it is as she says. What? Okay. Fare thee well. Okay. Um... I think that's where we're gonna call it for the day. Because I took yesterday off, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing more... We'll be doing more, MSQ to make up for how much MSQ we've been avoiding. Or not really avoiding, but just not putting off, rather. Yeah, good shit. Bye-bye.